Hello, welcome to another Virgin Galactic Fridays, and today we are talking about why we will not have any news on the next space flight in May. Already the news will not be released in this month, in the last 20 days of April. This is my expectation, but those are the topics of today's episode. After you smash the like button, thank you, and you are subscribed and ring the bell, well, then we can continue, because we are talking first about the space stock performance during the last week, the last months, what actually the stock did. Then we will dive into the stock chart, and then finally, we will talk about the Q1 earnings 2021, and also why they keeping this announcement of the space flight into the earnings call or the earnings release, or both. I'm super excited. Let's go. So as any stock out there, also Space is in the middle of this market rotation, right? The money flows from tech and growth rather to value, and therefore also, a little bit, I would say critical for us, because now it's the month of April, and as we know, there's not much things happening in April for Virgin Galactic, and we still have 20 days approximately in this months until the May will start with the earnings, and we will talk about the earnings also in the earnings about the announcement of the May test flight, but that later in the vlog. Okay, so stay tuned and watch till the end, because it's very important. But other than that, if you're looking into the last week since the 1st of April, till the 8th of April, we lost about 6%, which is always not that great, but hey, we are still at those levels with 29, 30, right? We're not going anymore to these levels like 17 or 18. We talked about this the last time, and I think that the overall performance is quite neutral if you're looking into the whole month. So we started the month of March, 8th of March, with 28, and we are approximately at the same value. So on the month's perspective, we are almost flat, and the market cap is still around $6.9 billion. And yeah, everybody is waiting that the stock, reach the May, because in May we are looking into super much big news for this company. This company stays and is a new stock. And which news also I got for you? Well, let's dive into today's small little bit information piece. Let's go. And today we are talking about the coin of Apollo by our FinTech excellence team, Apollo. And guys, if we are just looking for gains, I mean, the current surge into the price of Apollo, which the coin ticker is APL, is absolutely insane. Look at that. The coin is currently ranked at 327 of all the coins in the whole world. And if you are looking into the chart, then you see it's absolutely insane what happened just in the last couple of days. Okay, so let's have a look into last 7 days. And as you can see here, just in the beginning of April, the price of one Apollo coin actually more than doubled. Okay, so this is the power of when there's great news about the coin, about the concept and so on. But if you didn't heard about Apollo, I think it's important to understand what Apollo's mission is and what their capabilities are, because this is absolutely insane. And what is absolutely mind-blowing about Apollo is that they having the whole infrastructure to support the whole government. Yes, you heard it right. They are actually could, solve the problem of a digital currency. Why it's so important? I mean, we hear voices that the US dollar should be digitalized, and people like Peter Thiel talking about that China will use the Bitcoin as a financial weapon against the US dollar. So you can see how the hype slowly goes higher for crypto. And I think with Apollo, you have the whole package. Okay, so with a digital currency, they having obviously the fundament. Okay, it's transparent, it's fast, and it's so usable with a smartphone or a computer. So you can do transaction much faster and can, actually find those really niche markets that are now enabled to participate in a financial system. And then, this will integrate into merchants and merchant with the federal bank and so on. So you have the whole ecosystem in one hand. This is the power of Apollo and blockchain, guys. So how to get now your hands on some Apollo? Well, let's dive into that. And now the question of all questions, how you can get hands on Apollo. Well, it's very easy. Bitmart.com is actually the #1 exchange where it's traded the most. So you go there, open a wallet and use some Apollo coin. Very easy, and you can do it right now. So Bitmart is definitely the place to go. You can use the link in the description and buy yourself some Apollo. So let's dive into space. Virgin Galactic, currently as of this recording, which is yesterday when you are watching this on a Friday, we are a little bit lighter, about 2%, because we are diving here into this Neverland, okay? Neverland means that it can go both ways. Why we having a resistance here at 34, 35 almost, and a double bottom, I would consider that, with 25.72. So here you can see also the 200 moving average, is at 26. So here is definitely a huge resistance. And and then basically you have all of this area here where the stock can go up and down until May. Okay, May is about here. So it will stay definitely interesting, because if the overall market goes lower and lower, we are about here still from this bottom about 10% away. Okay, so good 10% buffer here until we reach really those lower levels. Now, what is very important now is that on the upper side we have two roofs. Okay, the one roof is here at 35-ish, let's say 34.5. This we need to break out, which is should be not that much of a challenge if we are looking into great news in May. But the next challenge, and then obviously also the huge opportunity for the stock, is here, okay? Because the last frontier, I would say, is at $40, okay? Now here, very similar what we have here is the 50 moving average. So should we cross the 50 moving average, okay, then this is a huge bullish sign, and from there we could obviously go higher to all-time highs and hopefully going here through the 60. This would be my wish. I think this would also be supportive by many out there from you guys. You want to see higher space. I think it's just a matter of being patient now and enjoying the overall situation, and being part of that success story that can really go to higher levels in just a couple of weeks. Okay, think about it. We have like 20 days left in April, and then we have the whole May full of events. Okay, so first in the beginning, the earnings, which we will talk about in a second, and then we will talk about also the flight test. So hugely packed with a huge catalyst for the stock. I cannot wait. I hope you too. Smash it like button if you like these updates every Friday. If you love Virgin Galactic Fridays, then make sure to subscribe, and let's dive into the next topic. So guys, what is very important to understand, we will most probably not hear any news on the next test flight of Virgin Galactic in April. Yeah, it's sad, but I think it's just a strategic point that the management of Virgin Galactic is actually doing right, because the following, okay? I think they could announce a flight window, and maybe they will, okay? This is not like an exclusion, but I think the probability is very low. Why? Because on the 2nd or around the 2nd of May, this is not confirmed yet, but around the 2nd of May, say let's say in the beginning of May, we are having the quarter earnings Q1 2021. And obviously there's not much to say, right? Because there's no revenue coming in, there's, reporting of the cost and so on. But those earnings reports, those quarter calls are actually used to update us. I mean, the last time they updated us, on the new timeline, they updated us on the date on the Spaceship 3. They updated us on the mail function and what was wrong with the the space flight and why it was again pushed with those EMS problems. And then they also told us that the new date was in May. Okay, so a lot of information was squeezed into the earnings because those are the information that moved the stock. So I think it would be a smart move by Michael Koglaser and team to actually say, hey, you know what? We are taking the announcement of the next test flight window and wait until we announce it during the earnings, because usually we don't have anything much to say during the earnings, so the stock could go a little bit down or stay flat. But with this event, I mean, the earnings is an event. Every couple of months they are, talking to investors, going transparent, what they spend, what is going on, what is the new achievements, and so on. So actually, I think they will use this event as well to announce the next test flight window. Could be mid of May, could be end of May, but definitely it could be a nice factor. While I don't think that they are worrying about the stock, okay? I don't think they're worrying about the stock too much and don't think, oh, we need to place it, those news so the stock price increase. It's just really, they use those events to really push those news out, and I think this will be highly appreciated by you guys. I cannot wait, and I think this May will be historic again for a new all-time high at Virgin Galactic. I know it's a big statement, but we shall see.